Well, the NFL's biggest game is coming up this weekend, and everyone's planning their game day meals. Bianca Osborne, chef and recipe developer, joins us with some meal ideas where we can nix the meat without sacrificing flavor. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. And you're right. We don't have to sacrifice flavor.
Okay, Bianca, I'm not a big football fan, but I am a carnivore. I'm a real meat enthusiast. But I have been curious about plant-based stuff.
So the thing about plant-based, especially for the big game when you're making a spread, I always say to people to find things that everyone can enjoy. So dips are a great option because this is a plant-based queso, but you wouldn't be able to tell. And this is also a plant-based onion dip. And these go great with things like chips. You can use crudité. Eve's Veggie Cuisine has amazing chicken nuggets that adults and children alike love. But if you're like, I want something else, you can also do a self-serve taco station. So again, you can populate it with meat alternatives like Eve's Veggie Cuisine Ground Round, which is so popular.
Yeah.
Salsa, vegan cheese, sour cream. So then people can like choose their own adventure. But today we're gonna be making a chili. And I promise you this type of chili is one that meat eaters, carnivores like yourself, and plant-based people will love.
Okay.
So follow me to the stove.
We're following you.
So the thing that you want to remember when you're making a plant-based meat substitute like Eve's Veggie Cuisine is that you really want to harness all the flavor you can. And so in here we have carrots, onion, garlic, and celery. And I've really cooked them down to extract a lot of flavor. And then we're going to add our spices, and we're going to toast these spices because, again, that's going to extract a lot of flavor. And we have cumin, we have chili powder, we have coriander, and we have red chili flakes.
Okay.
And so, again, toasting them in the pan is going to extract a lot of flavor and mean that it's super rich. And therefore, people like you who love meat aren't going to feel like something's missing.
Right.
And then we just add the ground round. And this cooks really fast. So a lot of the time you're spending here on this chili is in extracting all the flavor from the aromatics. And so we just crumble it up and get it going like that. And then I like to use white beans. You could use black beans, red kidney beans. I mean, like I said, choose your own adventure. But the thing that you want to remember when you're making plant-based food is what are the similarities between meat-based options and plant-based options. So with this chili, it's all of the spices. It's the beans. It's the diced tomatoes that we're going to add with their juices. And then that way, you're still making up a lot of the flavor that's familiar to people. You're just substituting the meat. And so when you cook it like that, you just want to incorporate everything. And what I like to do is add a little bit of coconut milk because I feel like it adds a nice roundness and unctuousness to this dish. Okay. Just like that. Now I have a question for you. You said you're not big into the big game, but what's your favorite like game day meal if you had to choose one?
I like chili. So you're doing great. I'm a burger guy, to be honest.
Oh, well, Eve's has burgers as well. And again, when you're making burgers, you could rub it with something that tastes like something familiar and also grill it so that you're getting that like smoky flavor. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, I'm going to add just some fresh thyme. And if you like cilantro, you could add fresh cilantro. It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I'm actually one of those people. I think the world's divided in half by people who can't stand cilantro and people who love it.
It's one of those things that's very controversial. So generally, if I'm putting anything together, I leave that on the side and I let people choose for themselves.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I like to do for any type of chili is that I add a little bit of fresh salsa right before I'm about to serve it because it adds a nice pop of freshness, also a pop of flavor. And again, anywhere that you can add flavor when you're using meat substitutes like Eve's Veggie Cuisine is going to benefit the whole dish, and then everyone's going to enjoy it.
Okay. Other than that, there's really no difference with preparation.
No, it's the same. And that's what I think I challenge people to remember is that, again, when you're looking at putting together a spread that everyone can enjoy, what are the similarities? And if you can just sub in a meat substitute like Eve's, then you're not really doing anything different other than substituting the meat. And then it just comes down to technique. So using something like a cast iron skillet, that gives you a lot of flavor and the ability to build lots of flavor, toasting your spices, and then just remembering that all the flavors that aren't meat can be shape-shifted in and around.
Yeah, so you've been working with plant-based stuff for quite some time. Are you finding like you often fool people?
I often do fool people, yes. Like my plant-based queso, you wouldn't be able to tell. I would be fooling you if we were sharing a spread right now. You'd be like, I can't tell.
Yeah, no, like I said, I have been curious about it. So the Eve product line, is it available everywhere?
It's available everywhere. Actually, if you go on their website, you can go and it will show you what stores are near you and what they actually have in store. It's so easy to use. And the thing about Eve's is it's Canadian, it's full of protein, and again, they have a lot of different options. They have like hot dogs, there's nuggets, so there's stuff for kids, there's burgers, there's the ground round.
Amazing.
There's so many different things.
We're going to link up your website too for more great recipes. Bianca Osborne, great to see you on Morning Live.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you too.